Good day, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's the Black Mask, and you already know the vibes. So, guys, on today's video, I'm gonna be going through NAS100, and hopefully, with time, I'll be also analyzing gold. So, guys, without wasting further of your time, let's jump straight into the charts. As you can see already, I'm on once 150-minute on 50-minute time frame. So, guys, I think I'm gonna show on the screen here. Remember on the previous video that I uploaded, I said we are on this correction over here, and if price breaks this trend line, we might see price going to the upside, and that's what exactly happened. As you can see, once price broke the trend line over there, once price broke our trend line here, our correction trend line, we jumped in with a buy and it went to hit our take profit, and then price impulsed, corrected. But with how I trade, when there is an impulse and then there's a correction, and then our breakout candlestick breaks out with this power, with this momentum here, I don't enter the trade simply because of it's gonna require me to use a large or a higher stop loss, and I don't like that. I don't want to risk more of my funds. Rather, I let the market to go, and I know it will give me another opportunity to enter. As you can see, we have impulse to the upside. These are the things that we call the fake breakouts here. These are the false breakouts. As you can see, the price broke this trend line, but it went back into the trend line again. It went to the upside, and as you can see right now, we are still going to the upside right here, and then maybe we're gonna get that correction here. As you can see now, price just came back, broke this zone, retested and went to the upside, and now it's looking like it's gonna give us that correction here. And once it creates that correction, correction here, you're gonna jump in with a buy. Once it breaks our correction trend line like this, maybe it's gonna form something like this, and then we're gonna go to the upside. So guys, let me remove everything and start again and show you how did I get here, how do you get here. Let me just remove everything so that I make it easier for you to understand all this that I'm doing. Like I said, guys, from the videos that I've already uploaded, make sure to watch them all so you can have a more understanding of how I trade, of how I analyze, and how I capture these trades. So guys, like I always say, you start from a monthly time frame, and then you draw your trend line over there. This trend line is there to help you to show, like, maybe, okay, remember now we are expecting a third touch on this monthly time frame. So you just gonna come to the monthly time frame to see how far are we from this trend line. Now we can see, like, okay, the price is still very far from the trend line. Then now we can delete it, and then we'll go to the weekly time frame and start allocating our zones. And our zones, you start by allocating your highest high, your current highest high, and your current lowest low. And after that, you're gonna allocate places where the price touches the price reverses. As you can see here, price came here, went to the downside, price came here, went to the downside, price had a problem causing this, and then it went to the upside. And here, okay, we can see that price quite had a problem over there. So I'm gonna be allocating places where price touches the price reverses. Those are what we call the zones, guys. Those are the zones. Zones are places where price touch, price reverses, price change direction, or price consolidate, change direction, all that, guys, all that. So make sure to spot on your zones very correct. As you can see over there, I'm allocating places where price touches the price is most likely to reverse. As you can see there, okay, you allocate those zones. And here is what I like to do, guys. Remember, like I always say, and like I'm always allowed on it, I'm always I want you to make sure that you allocate for these small zones. These small zones are very helpful, guys. when we go to the smaller time frames, they are the ones that are gonna be helping us a lot. You can see there we had a rejection over there, and also here you can see price had something there. Or let's just, yeah, it has something there. You see, don't worry, just allocate them on the on this weekly time frame. Once you go to the to the smaller time frame, it will start to make sense. It will make sense to you, like, okay, this is what really happened on a smaller time frame. They are very helpful, guys. Allocate them also as well. Yeah, guys, so now you can see I don't want to allocate too much because I think maybe it will confuse you a lot when I put more zones. For now, I'll just show you how to put the zones. As you can see, the zones, you pick them by allocating the zones whereby where price came, the price reversed, price changed direction, or the price was rejected. You can see here price came to this place, it went to the downside, and then price came here also again, it went to the downside. Here also you can see price came to this zone here and then it went to the downside. And you can see this zone again, it prevented the zone from going to the downside, and then it pushed the price to the upside. So zones are clearly all about that. You can see also here price was rejected. Zones are all about that. Where price came, price reversed. Price came to that place, price reversed. Like here, you can see that price got rejected here. Then you place your zone, you move it. You can see price was also rejected at around that place there, around that time, at that point. So guys, yeah, I think I'm done with all the zones that I'm gonna be needing right now, currently, from where the price is right now. Let me just allocate this smaller one zone, this one, guys, this one over here. So now I think I'm done. I think I'm good with all the zones that I need. So now let me jump in straight to the daily time frame. But before I go to the daily time frame, you can see, guys, we are having this trend line over here, still from a weekly time frame. We have this trend line over here. We have had our first touch, our second touch, and then maybe we're gonna do a third touch and go and create the highest high. And we can see now on a weekly time frame, we are more on a bullish trend line. We are more on a bullish momentum, and you can see we had an impulse and an impulse correction, and we broke above that correction over the end. What is it that we apply on a smaller time frame? That whenever we have a breakout of a correction, the price will shoot to the upside in this case. And we can see now price on the weekly time frame closed above the correction trend line over here, as you can see, and now it's starting to move to the upper side. Sorry about that. I think price is gonna go and touch and create is gonna touch our highest high, our all-time high area, or we're gonna go and create new all-time high, new higher highs, so but let's wait and see what is it that the price does. So let me go on the daily time frame. For my daily time frame, you can see now we are bullish. We have broken above this correction over here. We had a break and retest of this trend line, and we push to the upside, and you can see you are more bullish on a daily time frame, guys. So let me jump in straight to the 4-hour and see what is it that is happening around there. You can see you are still on bullish trend line, and you can now clearly start to see those corrections there. Now I'm gonna draw my trend line over there on the 4-hour time, on our 4-hour time frame. So yeah, guys, so here is my trend line over here. Like I said from the previous video, that as much as we are above this trend line, I'm gonna be looking for more buying opportunities. And you can see that the price impulsed, corrected, impulse, and now we were on a correction. And once we touched the trend line, we had our false breakout on a smaller time frame, then we pushed to the upside. But you can see this is a rejection from this trend line here, upward, from this upward trend line. This was a pure correction, and after this pure correction, at the breakout of this correction, the price pushed to the upside. So guys, let me jump in to the hour time frame. You can see, guys, This is now making sense. Here is a correction that I was talking about. Hey, speaking about talking about, yeah, here's the price, the correction that I was talking about from a 4 hourly time frame. We can see price came here consolidating, which is was correction, and this is where I captured the buy at the breakout of this correction here. I understood that, okay, now price came from a very impulsive movement to the upside, and now price started to correct. Now I was like, okay, maybe once we touch this trend line, and we have a breakout of this trend line, but we are still on a zone, on a weekly zone around there. If we break that the correction trend line, we are going to the upside. So let me show you how I captured that buy. So we are price was coming just fine over here, and then I saw, okay, price is now consolidated, is in under consolidation, and you're having this correction over here. We had this correction over here, and once price broke above the trend line, I jumped in with a buy. That's where I jumped in with a buy, and you can see we had a correction again also here, break and retest of the trend line, and then price went to the upside. You can see now again also price corrected here, but it didn't give us a chance to jump in with another buy. That's why I left it to go up and leave us. It went to the upside, it impulsed to the upside, and now here we are right now. I don't know what is the price is gonna do, but I'm definitely gonna wait for that correction, and then maybe gonna go to the upside, or maybe price might come and do touch there and then go in the direction that is currently going or following right now, which is the momentum to the upside. So guys, that is it on NAS100. So let's jump in to gold. Okay guys, with gold I'm not gonna go from to create zones, as I'm already on zones. I'm just gonna start from a monthly time frame. You can see from this is what I normally do. This is what I did on NAS100, as you've seen before, with this with this Nasdaq that I just analyzed for you. These are the zones. These are the zones that I drew from a weekly time frame, and these ones here are the ones that I drew from a weekly time frame. These are the zones that I drew from a weekly time frame, understanding that these are the small zones. These are the small zones that I don't want to neglect, because I know they will have an impact on my analysis on smaller time frames. So I analyzed and I allocated all of my zones on a weekly time frame, then jumped in with a daily on a daily. Now you can see, okay, now we had this downward movement, we had this downward momentum, but we broke above it, and then after breaking above it, we had this correction over there, and we broke it, and now we're impulsing to the upside. But I'm gonna show you what is it that gold did. Gold now on a 4-hour time frame, guys. Now on a 4-hour time frame, yesterday I was like, okay, as long as I'm above this trend line, I'm gonna be looking for more buying opportunities. And price broke that line, broke that trend line of ours. You can see with a very bearish candlestick. That's why I was like, okay, maybe now we can be skeptical about buys, and now we can maybe try and focus on selling opportunities. But I was very with me, I want to see the whole movement to the downside. So for me to be sure that now that we are on a downward trend, now I can start looking for more selling opportunities. We can see now that, okay, we have broken this below this trend line over here, and then you had this impulsive movement to the downside. You can see you had an impulse to the downside, correction, impulse to the downside, and then I was like, okay, maybe this another correction, and we're gonna continue to go to the downside. But gold decided to do its things. It broke that correction and still went to the upside. And this is to show, like, okay, This is why I like to see the full momentum to the downside. Like, I want to see that whole movement to the downside. I want to see that push to the downside before I can be sure with my selling opportunities. Because now from here, I did that correction, but I didn't enter with that selling opportunities, because I understood now we are still very much on buys, but we have broken this, and not just with the, I don't know, like we broke this trend line with strong movement to the downside. You saw from a 4-hour time frame, and now it's like this is a perfect correction. If we break below this one, then it's a sell. Mostly exactly something like this. If we break out here, then it's a sell. Then it's a sell. Then I would have been taken out of the trade, because I would have placed my stop loss there and then targeted this zone, this next zone here, and then would have hit our stop loss there. And it's part of the game, guys. If maybe I had jumped in with a sell, then I would have been stopped out, and this is part of the game. Sometimes you are wrong, and you have to accept being wrong. What matters is how much money you lose when you are wrong, and how much money you make when you are right. So guys, as you can see now, if I would have jumped in with a buy, with a sell, in fact, I would have been stopped out of the trade. But I understood now I need to have a strong movement to the downside for me to decide to jump in with selling opportunities. Because even here, I could have jumped in with sales and made at least money there, but I ignored it because I understood like we are still on buying opportunities. And then this I think this was just a bigger version of a correction. Clearly, this was just a bigger version of a correction on gold. This was just a bigger version of a correction. And then we went, okay, look at this, guys. But I didn't notice it. I'm just noticing it right now. It has already left us, but it's okay. You win some, you lose some. This was just a bigger version of a correction. You can see that price was impulsing to the upside, and now you had this huge version of a correction, and we broke above it. And look at what the price does. Because of, I can't jump in with a buy from here, because my stop loss will be all the way to this low here. But look at what price does. Price breaks, retests this, and then you went to the upside. Does form a correction over there. I love pure price action, guys. It will never leave you alone. Look at this. And you see, at the breakout of that correction, at the breakout of this correction, you enter in with a small, with your nice buy there, then your stop loss just there, and you target the next zone. It is giving us a 1:2. At least you win some there. You win that trade over there. But I didn't trade it. I didn't see it yesterday, so it went past us, and then price pushed to the upside. And now what I'm expecting for gold to do is, okay, now we are on a weekly zone, as you can see from here. Then I'm expecting zone to come and retest this zone, and then continue to push continue to push to the upside over there. To continue and push to the upside, and then once it reaches this, it will be forming a correction. As you can see, it will be forming a correction, and with this correction, once it breaks this correction, once it breaks above it, I'm jumping in with buying opportunities, and I'm gonna put my stop loss there, and my take profit there, take profit one maybe, and then take profit two over there. So guys, at the end of the day, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, make sure to comment, and make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. It's the Black Mask. Until we meet again on another video, I'm out. Thank you.